Well, hello everyone.
It's been like 2 or 3 7 years.
So, here's the thing. I've been going through some stuff and I decided I want to start watching my comfort shows. And what I discovered recently is Bridgerton from Netflix is one of my comfort shows. And I decided it's pretty hot right now. So, we're going to go ahead and rewatch. The plan was to rewatch all of Bridgerton, and then I was going to talk to you about each of the episodes. So I totally filmed the first episode of this, and it just
That
felt
you're never ever gonna see.
you're never gonna see it because it felt wrong to me. It felt like it was just me sitting there looking frumpy, talking about Bridgerton for a half hour, and I felt like what would be how could I do this better? How can I make this better? And I thought, well, why not bring in somebody that is just as potentially obsessed with Bridgerton as I am.
I'm definitely not as obsessed with Bridgerton as you are, but I like it.
What I had to do is I had to settle for someone that just kind of liked Bridgerton enough that he doesn't mind the idea of rewatching all the episodes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, so obviously if you have been with the channel for a while, you might recognize this voice from the past.
It's me, Super Mario.
Or otherwise known as Joe, Bizarro Fett Joe, has joined me to talk about Bridgerton. Now, originally, the first thing that I filmed was just episode 1, which is
The pilot episode.
The pilot episode, basically. But we decided that we were going to do 2 episodes at a time. So today's video, we're going to be talking about Bridgerton episodes. Season 1, episodes 1 and 2, which is named Diamond of the First Water. That is the first episode. And the second episode is Shock and Awe.
Shock and Awe.
Now, so much in Bridgerton is based off of the book series. Why do I have hiccups now? Out of all the times to start having hiccups. It's based off the book series written by Julia Quinn, no relation. And, it's
It'd be cool
produced.
if it was a relation.
What?
It'd be cool if you were related.
It would be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. So, and the show is produced by Shondaland, which is run by Shonda Rhimes, which is also the woman that brought us Scandal, that brought us Grey's Anatomy. And you folks playing at home can't see this, but Joe is just sitting there I don't know.
I don't know what any
of
of these shows are.
these are. You've never heard of Grey's Anatomy. You've heard of it.
I mean, isn't that a book? Like a medical book, right?
Oh, it is, but it's also a show.
Oh, it's a medical book.
Okay, so he's at least got something involving the name. But no, it's different.
Is this where McDreamy comes from? Dr. McDreamy?
Yes,
Okay,
exactly. Oh, he does know everyone.
I thought it was called something else.
Yeah, it's called Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that show.
Yeah, these are all Shonda Rhimes shows.
People tried to get me
Including-
to watch that one. I was like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not missing much. So, Shonda Rhimes is the executive producer of Bridgerton.
Yeah, I saw that thing that said Shondaland, and I was wondering about it, but I didn't ask.
Yeah, well, now you know. Okay, so what we got here is we got this show that follows the lives and love lives of the Bridgerton family. Okay, now we do get into stuff, in the series involving other families, and we will talk about them, but the central, storyline of the entire show is the Bridgerton siblings. And each season in the show
Focuses on a specific Bridgerton.
Yeah, it focuses on a specific Bridgerton, and they have their whole moment, right? So this season, first season, is Daphne Bridgerton, who is the first girl. Not the firstborn, but the first girl. Now, the Bridgerton family named all their children alphabetically, which is something that gets mentioned in the show. So you have... This is how you can tell the birth order, okay? Because it's in an alphabetical order, right? So you have Anthony, who is the eldest son.
Fucking whole head.
He is definitely dipping his nib everywhere.
Everywhere.
He is a rake. He has a mistress that you find out is a soprano opera singer actress. And you meet her like right away in the series. In fact, he's showing his great affection for her up against a tree. Yeah, up against a tree. Literally, you did not mishear me. So, just before we get any further into this, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give a good little spoilers warning.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So, if you never watched Bridgerton and you mind spoilers, go watch Bridgerton and then come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we have Anthony, who is the oldest, and he is, pretty free with his,
Wiener.
Good way of putting it, dear. Okay, he is free with his wiener. Yes. And then you have Benedict, who is the next oldest. Then you have Colin. And then all of a sudden they started having, girls. So you have Daphne, then Eloise, then Francesca. Then...
I don't remember all their names.
Then Gregory and Hyacinth. Yeah, I got all the names.
Yeah, you're way more into this than I am.
So out of all the Bridgerton siblings, dear, which do you think is your favorite?
My favorite is Colin.
Colin?
Yeah.
Really? All of the Bridgerton siblings and your favorite is Colin?
Yeah, I mean, Colin's pretty cool.
Okay.
He gets the hottest girl.
Which we will get into that when we get to the season 3.
We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there.
Coincidentally, this is also season 3's couple is also kind of how I finally got Joe to watch it, actually.
Yeah, and they're at season 4 right now.
Yeah. So, like we already mentioned, the Bridgerton sibling that is is featured as Daphne. Now Daphne is...
I like Hyacinth a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really grows on people. Like, she's just like, you see like the aging of Hyacinth throughout the whole series, and it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. But she's the youngest.
Yeah,
she's the one that never gets to...
I like how she's always trying to sneak into balls and stuff like that.
Yes, that's hilarious. Yeah, she's like... Especially, like, with the most recent season, they're like, yeah, we've caught her trying to sneak into, like, 4 or 5 balls already. And then you have... So Daphne is, in the beginning of the episode, getting ready to go to her... Basically, showing her off to the queen. The beginning of each marriage season, the queen, with the society members... has like a little special gathering where all the young ladies that are being presented for the marriage market are presented to her.
This show really glorifies marriage, man.
Well, but the thing is you think about like back then it was...
They fictionalized the heck out of back then, so I mean they don't have to keep it...
Well, we do have accounts from fictional and otherwise from writers of the time period that basically are like, this is what women had to deal with. And it was like, this was your ultimate goal in life, was to do this. And
I also like the Bridgerton chick that she's like kind of pumping against all that. She doesn't want to do any of that.
Eloise.
Yes, Eloise
Yes.
is pretty cool.
Eloise is not interested in all of this.
No.
And so, but anyway, so the Bridgerton Daphne is going to be presented to the Queen that day. Now, across the street, you have the Featheringtons, who are presenting all 3 of their girls into society. And they are just, well, Daphne is the picture of grace and elegance. The Featherington daughters are the opposite. One of them, in fact, faints right in front of the Queen.
I don't think she fainted. I think she passed out from how freaking tight her corset was.
Well, same difference.
Okay.
Yeah. She fainted in front of the Queen because of how tight her corset was.
Passed out, man.
She done fell over.
Yeah. Check to see if she's getting air.
So Daphne then gets presented to the Queen, and the Queen literally is like bored with everyone else, but she is actually drawn out of her seat to go address Daphne and refers to her as flawless.
Flawless victory.
Flawless, my dear.
That's Mortal Kombat.
Flawless, my dear. So, I think when it comes to Bridgerton, this might be the one circumstance of royalty that Joe likes. Is Queen Charlotte.
She's a bitch, man. I like her.
So Joe is emphatically anti-royalty. He's a good little punk. And so when it comes, even when you have royalty in like especially historical fiction royalty, so like they actually existed, right? Like whenever he sees that, usually he's like, oh, well, they suck, you know? But in this, I think Queen Charlotte actually won him over a little bit.
I mean, she did suck in real life.
At least the fictional account in Bridgerton has won him over.
Yeah.
So Daphne's expecting like everything to fall on her plate at this point. Like she's like, I'm going to have my choice of all the gentlemen in the community, but yet one thing stands in her way. And what is that one thing that stands in Daphne's way of having any choice of any man in the community?
Brother.
Her brother,
I
Anthony.
hate the kid.
Oh my goodness.
He's so stupid.
He I think at one point like he's either teetering between like not wanting to try at all in his role to like overachiever.
He's the eldest son, so
10.
his father's dead, so he has to take over the household.
Yeah, so
I don't think we mentioned that.
yes. So Anthony technically is, yes, the firstborn, but he's also the one that's kind of responsible for the family, and making sure that his sisters are well presented and married off well. So Anthony kind of just becomes like this major cock
Idiot.
block, like
Fucking idiot.
and right away is telling Daphne, no, that guy's bad, no, that guy's bad, no, that guy's bad, no, that guy's bad. But then he brings around the
fucking dweebiest dweeb.
The dweebiest dweeb in the world Oh my God, Benbrook. Lord.
Fucking guy, man.
Oh my God.
The best parts are him getting punched so many times.
So he is presented to Daphne as someone that she's supposed to marry by her brother. Dear God. Now, in the middle of this, another person comes to town, and that is the Duke of Hastings. And, okay, so guys out there, you know, the Duke of Hastings is played by John Page, which a lot of people in the geek world will know him as the Paladin.
Yeah.
From
Dungeons and Dragons.
Honor Among Thieves.
Good movie. Check it out.
Yes. And while he is not a major part of the party, there are major moments involving him.
Joe Bob says check it out.
Joe Bob says check it out. This Joe Bob says check it out. So he is the Paladin. Yeah. So that's where you might know him from. But he plays Simon, the Duke of Hastings. Now, he is now Duke of Hastings because his father, who is a dick, just recently died. Okay. So, but he is visiting. He is really cool. But I gotta segue to talk about the woman, the myth, the legend. 100% that bitch. Miss Lady Agatha Danbury.
Yeah.
Yes. She took a DNA test, and it turns out she is that. She is that bitch. And she basically, like, you find out in the second episode, you get a little bit of that information in that first episode, but you definitely find out in the second episode, in shock and awe, that Lady Danbury basically raised.
Not basically, she did.
Yeah. She raised Simon because his mother died in childbirth.
And his father is a complete piece of shit.
And his father is an asshole. Yeah. So he joins the whole crew, and he ends up meeting Daphne by chance and finding out that his best friend from Oxford is Mr. Anthony Bridgerton. Now, Anthony is just like, he knows that Simon is like, I'm not going to get married. I'm not into this. This is not me. Okay? So he knows that already. So when his mom and Lady Danbury start plotting to try to get the Duke of Hastings and Daphne together, he's just like, he knows it's wrong. It's not going to happen. But this guy that he finds for her is just god awful.
Ugh.
He's horrible. So he is on this adventure to try to bag Daphne, and Daphne's like, I'm not having it. I'm never going to marry this guy. And there's this moment where Daphne is off by herself outside, and Lord Burbrook comes up and tries to accost her. And when he does that, she lays him out flat with a right hook.
Yeah, dude.
This lady just lays him out flat, and witness to all of this is one Simon, the Duke of Hastings, in which they devise a plan that so he doesn't have to deal with mothers trying to get him to get with their daughters. He's going to make it look like he's into her. She's going to make it look like she's accepting the attention from him, just so people will start knocking on her door again, because her brother has already screwed that up for her by denying anyone's entry, right?
He keeps constantly screwing it up for her too, because he's still on that kick that he's going to marry her.
But you know what? When he finds out what Burbrook did, he's like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No more. And he's totally, like, he's fine with her not marrying him. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
You know? Because he is screwing up otherwise. And so a lot of so they make this plan, and a lot of the second episode deals with kind of telling his story and kind of them going through this whole plan and everything like that. And there's also some, you know, the side tale involving the Featheringtons, involving the distant cousin coming, having her getting all the attention, right? So
then you find out she's knocked out.
And then you find out that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So scandal. And she's kind of being, you know, kept apart from everyone. And the major question that gets asked in the first 2 episodes is, how does one become with child? Because Penelope and Eloise, they have no idea how one becomes with child, because Penelope is a little bit young for the marriage market comparatively to her sisters, but she's been thrust onto it and she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't understand. She thinks that people have to be married before they can even get pregnant. So that's like the major question, where Eloise just bursts into the drawing room one day and she's like, how does one become with child? And everyone, and like Violet, their mom, their long-suffering mother, it's just like, oh my God, why are you going to talk about such things in here? And she's just trying to figure out, like, normal, you know, stuff you learn in sex ed, I guess. I mean, but yeah, so you have this, you know, agreement between a gentleman and a lady to try to help each other get through the season.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where we're at this point.
Yeah.
So
you could tell that they like each other, though.
You can. They enjoy each other's company. Yes. But, you know, as the season goes on, you're going to see more and more of that. You're going to see other
suitors,
and more of. We haven't even mentioned Lady Whistledown yet.
Oh shit! We should probably mention Lady Whistledown, since that's a pretty major part of the show.
It's a pretty major part of the show. So Lady Whistledown is an anonymous gossip writer.
She's like the Dear.
She's like
Abby.
the. Not even necessarily
really
Dear
that.
Abby. No, she's just a gossip writer, and she's an anonymous writer, and she's a member of society, and she publishes gossip rags where she talks about everything she hears about and all that. So what I love is that you have no idea who it is until I think the end of the season.
Yeah, at the end of the first season.
Yeah. So we'll keep that under our hats for now.
Spoiler alert.
And you know, see if anybody can, you know, watch the series here and guess what happens. But that's about it for the first 2 episodes of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's really great is I'm really enjoying the show, and I'm enjoying watching it again, and I'm glad that I get to do it with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun show.
Yeah,
but I know a lot of people be like, it's not bad, man. It's really a fun show.
It is a fun show. But, so, okay. That's it for now. I think we're going to call this Babbling About Bridgerton. Because that's definitely... Babbling About Bridgerton.
Yes.
Okay. And, It's I guess we could call it a comfort shows.
Maybe we'll do other shows when we're done. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you'll do one of my shows. One
Maybe.
of my shows. Make you watch a Deadwood.
Maybe you'll finally get me to watch Andor.
Or Andor, yeah.
Yeah.
I could go for watching that again.
Anyways, guys, okay. So we will come back with episodes 3 and 4 when we feel like it.
Yeah. Probably later this week.
Later this week or next week, maybe. Yeah. But we'll see you soon. So until next time, we'll be seeing ya.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.